Hello and welcome to the Tower Circus in Blackpool for the first night of this year's Mosconi Cup. The Europeans are looking to make it 7 wins in the last 8 years in front of a lively home crowd. But looking to stop the rot are the Americans, and they bring with them a fresh lineup and hope this will be the key to success this year. Day one of the Mosconi Cup is now underway. In the opening game, it was a baptism of fire for the young Americans as they suffered a disappointing 5-1 defeat, allowing the Europeans to secure their first point. The first doubles game saw Darren Appleton and Carl Boyes up against the American pair Justin Hall and Corey Jewell. It was a close encounter which had a dramatic conclusion. The Americans took the lead 4-3 in this race to 5, but the Englishman had a chance to take the match to a deciding rack.
Oh, he just made the 9-ball a lot tougher. It was out in the middle of the table, had 6 pockets available to it. Now it has 1.
And it's so easy for that 9-ball to catch the far bump of the middle. Question marks.
Well, he couldn't do any better than leaving him here. That's a very comfortable place to shoot this shot from. He did hit the far nose of the corner. That brings America to the table with 1 shot to win this match.
Hate to say I told you so, but I just fancied he might do that. I really did, and what a turnaround.
Whoa!
It was a great result for the Americans. Corey Jewell and Justin Hall defeated the Europeans 5 racks to 3 and got a point on the board to level the scores. Following that result, Team USA's momentum continued. John Schmidt silenced any doubters as he got his team into the lead with a crafty 3-9 combination. And in the final doubles match of the evening, Nikos Economopoulos and Niels Fine took a comfortable win against Justin Bergman and Shane van Boening. The Americans had no answer as mistakes were capitalized on. So this is confirmation of the results after 4 games, and the score is level at 2 apiece. In this opening session, we still have 1 match to come, and that's a singles game, as World Pool Masters champion Shane van Boening is up against Dynamite Darren Appleton. In this match, the Americans are hoping their pool superstar will be able to get them back on top, but Englishman Appleton has the home crowd on his side. Let's find out who can end the session in the lead as we hand over to your commentators Phil Yates and Jerry Forsyth.
I was talking about the early salvos being fired. Well, there's no doubt about it. The game plan for Mark Wilson is to put in his big gun. Shane van Boening, this is his 3rd match of the night. It's so important for the Americans to lead going into day 2. But the stumbling block is that van Boening is up against a giant, not just of the Mosconi Cup, but of pool in general, Darren Appleton, who wins the lag.
Indeed, Phil. You know, at the beginning, they introduced Shane van Boening as the greatest player on the planet. Darren Appleton has a valid argument.
And I know Darren Appleton well. He will be hating the fact he missed the 9-ball on his last visit to the table in the doubles match that was match number 2 this evening. He's determined to make amends.
Thank you, everybody. Settle down, please. Thank you.
Wow. That cue ball almost found gravity. And the shot on the 2 is no simple shot. He's going to have to play it safe here.
You know, Jerry, we've used the word experience a lot this evening. Appropriately so. And it comes into play here. Between these two, they've been involved in 76 Mosconi Cup matches.
Yeah, and when it comes to experience, I don't know when Darren started playing with a cue stick. Shane started when he was 4.
Well, that was far-sighted, well-conceived, superbly executed.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I was talking to some of the players while I had my break, and they said at this point the table's so fast they are scared of the cue ball. When you try to stop the ball, you can sometimes draw it 4 inches. That, of course, will change during the week as this table wears in.
Yes, the one great drawback with a fast table is that when you're under pressure, you can be a rather tentative with your cueing. And, of course, that can be a technical death knell, but Appleton is such an assertive character. Don't think it will be an issue.
I don't think Darren's ever seen a situation on a table that scares him. He's just so comfortable and confident that he can control the rack. But he knows he's playing a man that can fire back hard.
The last time he had a 9-ball this evening, he missed it, but this one will not be a problem. Just the start that Europe and Darren Appleton would have craved in this clash of the Titans. He leads Shane Van Boening 1-0.
Welcome back to the Mosconi Cup in Blackpool. The overall scores are currently level at 2 apiece. This is a chance now for one team to edge ahead, and Europe have made a great start. Let's hand back to your commentators.
Looks very calm, does Dynamite Darren Appleton. Inside, though, he will be absolutely motivated. 4 times he's been on a Mosconi Cup winning team, and this year, in partnership with Carl Boyers, he collected the World Cup of Pool title. They defeated the Dutch 10-9 in an absolutely classic final. Great scenes of celebration, and I can tell you, rest assured, if Europe win this Mosconi Cup, the man who will be celebrating most vigorously will be Darren Appleton. And the favourite is he will jump on the table. That's his trademark.
Yeah, he does. He jumps up and does a little jig. It's quite entertaining. But, you know, my main thought when I think of Darren is he's not only super skilled, he's also super aggressive. He fights the table, goes after it, and he's not going to let that table beat him. The 1 ball went into the side pocket, and he's got a beautiful shot on the 2.
Settle down, please. Thank you very much. Come on down.
Oh, boy. There's another look at the break. And you can see the 1 and 2 set up beautifully.
Such a master cueman, Shane Van Boening. Those 4 US Open wins for him. 3 in succession. What an achievement that is. But in many respects, I think in terms of confidence, winning the World Pool Masters would have done him even more good, because he'd never won outside of the USA before that. Now the monkey is spectacularly off the back.
Absolutely. That was a huge win for Shane. That'd been the one knock on him, that he doesn't travel well. Well, they can't say that anymore. I think this will be a clearance from here. This table's breaking amazingly well. Balls are usually spread out all over the table fairly evenly. It's hard to stop these guys if you don't put a problem on the table for them. It's even hard to stop them then. They can solve a lot of those problems.
And in common with so many other great cuemen from all kinds of disciplines, as he applies that lovely little bit of side there, he makes the game look easy.
He does indeed, and he's now tied our match at 1-1. It's a race to 5. Darren Appleton has the next break. Here's a look at Shane Van Boening. He's 31 years old, from Rapid City, South Dakota. They call him the South Dakota Kid. He's the current Masters champion and a 2009 Mosconi Cup team winner. He's got an impressive resume. First man in history to win 3 U.S. Opens in a row.
And coming from South Dakota, Jerry, he will feel as though the bracing sea air of Blackpool is positively tropical.
Oh, absolutely. South Dakota is one of the coldest places you could ever go to in the winter. Nothing between it and the North Pole but barbed wire.
Good place to learn your pool trade, though. No incentive to go outside for about 6 months.
Well, it is when you've got a
breaking.
couple of national champions in your family that teach you from the time you're 4 years old. It's a dry break. Everything's rolling around nicely, but nothing near a pocket.
And is there a gap between the 2 and the 9 for Appleton to pot the 1? Or should I say Van Boening to pot the 1? I think the gap is there, but is there any way he's going to try and take this on? Because the 2 doesn't offer a great amount, does it?
He would have to jack up to put enough draw on it. So I don't know. I don't see why he would really attempt this shot. A safety would seem to be the wiser choice. But he took it on and he's just going to take that long shot on the 2, unless he likes the safety here better.
You see, for someone of his capabilities, potting the 2, okay. But what about position on the 3?
Yeah, the 3's on the wrong side of the table for him. But he could sure tuck that cue ball behind the 5-8 if he chose to play a safety. He chooses not to. He's just going to take one tough shot after. He's got to go safe here. Surely he's not going to take this shot on. No. Going for a hide. Doesn't quite get there. There's no shot here, but the ball can be seen by Darren, unless he wishes to try and carom the 6 ball, which I doubt he would do at this point in the match.
That was a Kenny Rogers shot, knowing when to hold him, knowing when to fold him.
Yeah. There's the carom on the 6. He took it on. Didn't leave himself anything. There's just nothing he cannot do. Oh, this is going to hurt. Yeah. He just opened a nice wound with that shot.
We've talked extensively about the speed of the table, and it's that kind of shot that's so difficult to judge, and he judged it literally to perfection.
Shane's going for his jump cue.
Extension, please. Thank you.
He's going to jump over the corner of a ball so that he can then kick. Oh no, he's going to
Thank
go.
you, everybody.
He's going to go come
Appreciate
this
it.
way.
Thank
He's
you very
jumping
much.
over a full ball here, the full 7 ball.
Foul.
Bad hit.
What a table for Appleton.
Contact, ball in hand.
What a
Europe.
table. The snooker, the hook, whatever you like to call it, whatever terminology you employ. It's worked out for Darren Appleton.
Worked out very well. He can place that cue ball wherever he wants. A little straighter than I'm sure he would like to be, but at the same time, this is not a hill for this man to climb.
Of course, Jerry, we talked about Shane Van Boening being the US Open champion 4 times and successfully defending the title. It's something that Appleton's done as well.
Yes, he's won it twice in a row.
These two sit at Pool's top table, but this could have been better. The cue ball overran again.
Extension, please.
And that 8 ball
Thank
is
you.
not in a comfortable place. You've got to be conscious of not touching it. If you touch it, you turn the table over. Oh, that is tight. Well, the 9 ball has stopped him from getting the shape he wanted, but frankly, I don't think this shot threatens Appleton. Nothing but net. Gotcha. You're watching 2 of the best in the world. And right now, Darren Appleton is in the lead, 2-1 over Shane Van Boening. Great Fool will be back right after this break.
Four matches complete on day 1 of the Party Poker Mosconi Cup. Overall, it's Europe 2, USA 2, so the leaders overnight will be determined by the singles match we're currently watching. Darren Appleton has a slender 2-1 lead over Shane Van Boening, but it's the American to break in the 4th round.
2-1.
Van Boening seems to have found the magic to put that 1 ball in the side pocket. But the 2 ball is tough. Take another look. 1 ball slides right into the side pocket. 7 ball, of course, went into the corner. But the 2 ball, boy, he doesn't like Shane.
There is a shot clock in
All right,
operation.
none of that. None of that. Come
30
on now.
seconds, but after the break, a player does have 60 seconds to make his mind up.
Well, he came up short on a shot. Now, does Darren choose to take on the carom, the 2-8 carom? He will if he thinks he can predict the path of the 2 and the cue ball after the shot, but that's a tall order.
Extension, please. Thank you.
He's looking. He may be able to cut the tooth thin enough to play the combination, but he looks like he's going for the carom.
Good.
He made it, but there's the problem with those combos and caroms, is plotting where the balls are going to wind up after the shot, and this is tough. Great shot.
It was also a great shot of the European team just before he played that billiard. They were biting their nails in unison, still are, a few of them. And it's just day 1 of 4. That's the Mosconi Cup for you.
Oh, that leaked out. This shot can be made in the corner. And it provides natural shape to the 3. As long as he can avoid the 5 ball. He does. Well, he didn't want to be that straight, Phil. I mean, he can force it around, but he'll be hitting it with more speed than he'd like to. Look at this.
Got there so easily.
It's just amazing what these guys can do.
You know, Jerry, 24 days go to Christmas, but there we've seen a real gift. Appleton, usually so shrewd in the safety department, it was rather clumsy, and that's why Van Boening's at the table, about to draw level.
And level we are, 2-2 in a race to 5. So we're down to a race to 3. Every shot critical. One mistake could cost you this match.
Well, you can't get any closer than this. Overall, it's 2-2 in this particular contest. It's 2-2. And Darren Appleton looking rather grim. He knows there he made an uncharacteristic mistake.
Yes, he did. And he doesn't forgive mistakes easily, but he won't even be thinking about it next time he comes to the table.
Very important contest this, and we must make the point here that by inserting Shane Van Boening into the singles this evening, Mark Wilson has basically said, well, you can't play singles tomorrow night. The way the format works, Van Boening will be confined to doubles action on day 2, and of course, as everyone knows, he is the ace in the pack for the Americans.
At the same time, Darren Appleton will be eliminated from tomorrow too, and that's a powerful elimination for Team Europe.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This is rack number 5.
They will, of
Team
course,
Europe is
play in the
breaking.
doubles.
Match is tied at 2.
And Darren has learned from Shane and put the 1 ball in the side pocket. But the 2 ball, well, that's what we call a gopher. If you decide to go for that, you'll either win the match
Push out.
or lose the match. He's going to push out. I don't blame him a bit. He's going to choose just a long shot.
Reset
Now
the
then.
clock, please. Thank you.
Van Boening doesn't fancy it, and you can't blame him.
Extension, please. Thank you.
Boy, this is so tough.
Tough of his own making.
Yeah. And he's only got a third of the cue ball with which to work. No. He made that shot. That's unbelievable. Well, making that makes the rest of the table look pretty easy.
We've seen jump shots, combinations, billiards. For me, that was, in terms of pure cueing, the best shot of the evening so far. Did Appleton push out there, thinking, I hope he puts me back in because I really fancy potting this too. If he did, it shows his level of confidence.
I don't see how anyone could be confident on that shot, but he sure put it right in the middle of the hole. That was beautiful. Roll just past the 9. Natural shape then on the 6.
Is Darren Appleton going to lead in this match for the third time? He was 1-0 ahead, then again at 2-1.
It's pretty good odds now. Phil, we have seen the breaker have a huge advantage tonight. I mean, he always has a slight advantage, but tonight the breaker really seems to have it working for him. Look at this touch.
The boys in blue in the crowd, and there are many of them, will be delighted with this. Big rack.
Darren Appleton leading by the narrowest of leads, 3-2 in our race to 5. There you see the 2-ball shot, knocks the 3 out into shape. That was a key shot in that last rack. And that 9-ball going down gave the rack to Mr. Appleton. Here you see it, we've got 4 matches in the books already. It's tied at 2, and this one is so tight. Darren Appleton leads 3-2.
Will we see our first rack of this match go against the break?
Well, he's got a ball down, and it looks like he may have a shot on the 1. It's not the easiest shot in the world, but it's a shot. And the 2-ball has a fairly good combination waiting for it. Watch the way this sets up down at the head end of the table, the 2-5. There you go. You know, we haven't mentioned yet that, you know, the noise of the crowd here obviously is a factor. But Shane Van Boening is hearing impaired, and he just turns his hearing aids off. He can't hear this crowd. That got to him one year in the Mosconi Cup when he did not hear the time clock. Look at the way he killed that ball off the rail. Wow.
You spotted the combination straight away, Jerry.
Yeah, and he's going to hit it rail first so that he gets shape on the 2 afterward. At least that's what he was just aiming off that rail. See, he's coming off the rail into the 2.
Extension, please. Thank you.
Well, he made the combination, but boy, what a tough leave he left himself. He was expecting the 2 ball to roll out toward the center of the table, and it didn't move. He was hoping for a full hide behind the 9, but Darren can see this ball.
Well, Appleton produced some inspiration on the 2 in the previous rack. Here has to be circumspect. Try and keep things tight.
Extension, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That far away, it's tough to play a delicate safety. If he can put the cue behind the 6 ball, it would be really sweet. No, he's trying to put the 2 back there, and he didn't make it. Now he's left an open shot. You know, Shane would get better shape if he played this in the side. In fact, I'm sure he'll play it in the side because no, he's going for the corner. How's he going to get on the 3 ball without running into the 5 and 6? Oh, that's how. Killed the ball off the rail with left.
The pocket entrances on a shot like that to the middles are so acute. And now, Appleton's safety mistake could well have cost him the rack, and we've said that before.
Yeah. Yeah, with this much pressure, you never know what's going to happen. Not the easiest shot to get on here, Phil. That 7 ball. Tucked up close to the 9. Oh, beautifully done.
That's one of his hallmarks, Van Boening, that easy use of running side to widen angles and to get him into positions he wants to be. 3-3, nothing to choose between them again. Deadlock once more. Mark Wilson, delighted.
I just love these close matches. I mean, you would expect it between these 2. I mean, these are the world-class players we've got, and wow, what a match this has been.
Well, day 1 at the Party Poker Mosconi Cup has been fantastic. Had a bit of everything apart from a hill-hill finish. Will the conclusion serve up one? I think the one word that describes the Mosconi Cup better than any other, Jerry, is intensity. And when it comes to having a burning intensity, no one has more than Darren Appleton.
A very intense gentleman. Making sure that the rack is tight. And now Mr. Appleton comes to the table to snap apart our diamond.
All right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This is rack number 7. Europe is breaking. Match is tied at 3.
Oh, does he have a shot on the 2 into the corner? I believe he does. I believe he can slide past that 6. We'll know in a moment, because if not, he'll play it safe. Yep. Combination coming up. Yeah, this is not automatic. That cue ball is going to be moving to the, well, it is when he's playing it. Now he's got to spin off that bottom rail and get over to the other side of the table. Unless he wishes to draw over, he can just draw right over there. He's got that much confidence. Oh, he does. Wow.
All matches in the Mosconi Cup, regardless of the format, regardless of the players involved, are important. This one, though, has the feeling of being doubly so, given its context, the timing of it, the 2 players involved, and the tightness of the match.
It's like he has that cue ball on a string. You know, if Darren has any nerves, he sure doesn't show it. He's got the purest stroke. I mean, it's just so clean. Look at this. Don't try that at home.
On a bed as fast as this, to drop there, every credit.
Look at this. Straight in, he leaves himself. Appleton is on the hill. He leads 4-3 in a race to 5. Wow. We have really got a match here, Phil.
Well, every single rack so far, Jerry, has been won by the player who breaks off. Darren Appleton will be hoping to break that progression and to get home right here, right now.
Shane has come out of his chair. Looking for any advantage he can find in that rack.
Okay, thank you, everybody. This is rack number 8. USA breaks. Europe leads 4-3. Thank you.
One missed the side pocket. However, yep, it's dry. It is dry. I thought I saw a ball go in the corner, but nope. So, Appleton at the table with a chance to control this table. That's all he needs. He doesn't need to make this ball. He just needs to get in control and keep Shane from having any decent opportunities.
When he saw he got the potting angle on the 1, he might have been excited, Appleton, but the 8 coming to Van Boening's immediate rescue.
He was not playing that shot. He was playing safety. Because he didn't play shape on the 2. Oh, Appleton is taking a look at a carom on the 9 ball. He would drive the cue ball off of the 1 onto the 9, but I cannot believe he would take that risk at this point in the game.
Extension, please.
That's what he's looking at. The angle off of the 1 into the 9 ball.
Blackpool Tower stretches
Okay, now,
518 feet into the air.
Let's go. Settle down.
If this one goes in, the roof, if it has one, would be raised.
This is courageous if he really goes after this carom here. Well, he did. And he got lucky. He got a safe out of it.
Them's the breaks, and they make such a massive difference in the final analysis. When all is said and done, it's rolls
Extension,
like that
please.
that can determine
Thank
the
you.
outcome.
Right. And it's like Gary Player said, you know, the harder I practice, the luckier I get. Whoa! And yet, he's not safe. That ball's sitting in the pocket. So Appleton, well, the 6 ball's in the way. I'm trying to figure out his path here. He can't just go straight across the table short ways. Yeah, and that'll send him down for the 2 ball. Seven ball kept him from the shape he wanted, but this is a shot that we've seen Darren make several times tonight.
In rack 5, Darren Appleton potted an absolutely fantastic 2-ball with the white tucked under the bottom cushion. That wasn't as difficult, but it might be even more fruitful. Is he, Jerry, in for the kill?
Yeah, I believe we're going to see a combo on that 9 ball. Indeed. 4-9 combo for the match.
Quiet, please. Thank you. Quiet, please.
4-9. All is fine for Europe. DA, AOK. Overnight, the hosts, Europe, lead the USA 3-2.
What a high-quality match that was, and Darren Appleton walks away victorious. The Englishman is now with Andy Goldstein.
Firstly, congratulations. It's only the end of the first day, but how important was that?
Very important, because we were very disappointed to lose the first doubles with me and Carl. I only had myself to blame by missing the 9 ball to make it 4-4, so personally I was on a bit of a downer, but the last 2 matches were huge. America played well, but the last 2 matches we really dug in and we played really well.
It's been a terrific night of pool action here in Blackpool. This is confirmation of all the results. Europe won the first team match, and although the United States took the next 2 points, Team Europe fought back, levelling the scores in the 4th match, and Appleton just edged his team into the lead 3-2. Join us next time when the Mosconi Cup continues and the 2nd session gets underway. We have a great lineup of matches in store, and it all kicks off with Niels Fine and Mark Gray up against the 2 rookies, Bergman and Hall. Then it'll be a mixture of singles and doubles games as each team makes a bid to win 11 points and claim the Mosconi Cup. However, for now, the Europeans can celebrate some great results here in Blackpool. they'll be hoping to continue their momentum when session 2 gets underway.